Welcome to the channel, let's ignite the spark. Software testing with Manish, we're hitting the mark. Dive into the code where the magic unfolds.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel Software Testing by Manish. If you are new here, don't forget to hit subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you never miss an update on key software testing topics, fundamental concepts of software engineering, the SDLC or software development lifecycle, what it is, why it is important, and go through each phases in detail. So we are going to discuss the process followed by software company to develop a software. Software company follows software development lifecycle. So what is software development lifecycle? It is a structured process used by software company to design, develop, test, and deploy high quality software. It ensures development with minimal risk and maximum efficiency. So in short, we can say SDLC is the step-by-step process used by software company to design, develop, and test software. So there are different phases in SDLC. First phase is requirement collection. Second is feasibility study. Third is design of software. Fourth is development phase. Fifth is testing phase. Sixth is deployment phase. And seventh is maintenance phase. We will discuss in detail. So we will discuss first phase, that is requirement collection. What is requirement collection? It is the process of collecting requirement by software company from customer company to develop the required software. Okay. So what is the process of requirement collection? There is a customer company and another is a software company. Let's consider customer company is HDFC Bank. So business analyst from HDFC Bank will go to software company and tells about the requirement they want. Example, HDFC want to give the requirement for developing a HDFC Bank software. So after this, the business analyst from the software company will go to the customer company and takes down the requirement in business language, that is in CRS form. What is CRS form? CRS is a customer requirement specification. After collecting the customer requirement specification, BA will go back to the software company and convert this business language into software language, that is he will convert CRS into SRS. What is SRS? Software requirement specification. Okay. So these are the process of collecting the requirements by software company from customer company. Here BA is business analyst. So who is business analyst? Business analyst play a key role in bridging the gap between business and technology solution. That is, the business analyst will make bridge between customer company and software company. So what are the skills required to become a business analyst? He or she should have analytical thinking, should have problem solving mind, should have good communication skill, should have requirement gathering skills, also should have technological skills like knowledge of Agile model, Waterfall model, Jira, Confluence, etc. Also should have data analysis skill and documentation skill. So these are the skills required to become a business analyst. Now we will discuss the second phase of SDLC, that is feasibility study. So what is feasibility? The main goal of feasibility study is to determine whether it would be financially and technologically feasible to develop the software. So in feasibility study, we determine that whether we are financially or technologically capable to develop the software or not. If there is any problem between developing the software, then what are the solutions we are going to discuss in this feasibility study. So feasibility study is understanding the problem. The different identified solution are analyzed based on their benefits and drawbacks. The best solution is chosen and all the other phases are carried out as per solution strategies. So who are going to do feasibility studies? In feasibility studies, there are project manager who will track the progress of the software development. Under project manager, there is business analyst. Second person is team leaders, that is team leads of various field like in business analyst, in development developer team leads, testing team leads. One is from HR team and one is from finance team. So business analyst will discuss about the requirement collection. Whatever the requirement business analyst have collected from the customer company will discuss in the feasibility studies. Tech leads will tell about the technology required for developing the software and how much time they require to develop the software. HR team will discuss about the man force required to develop the software, and finance team will discuss how much revenue required to develop that software. So these are the member who play key role in feasibility study. Now the third phase is designing. So The main goal of this phase is to convert the requirement required in SRS form. SRS is what? Software specific software requirement specification. So to convert the requirement acquired in the SRS form into format that can be coded in programming language. So this designing includes high level language, that is HLL, and low level language, that is LLL. Now we will discuss what is HLL and what is LLL, high level language and low level language. So high level language is a architecture of the application. What it means? If we consider a building, so for building we need pillars in which this building will be built. This is showing the architecture of the building. And what is LLL, low level language? That is, if we consider a building, we are doing the detailed view of the individual components. Means we are designing the details of the room in the building, like where will be the window, where will be the gate, where sofa will be kept, like this. Means the detailed design of every module or features is known as low level language. Okay, so let's discuss the difference between high level language and low level language. So from definition we can know that high level language is a architectural blueprint showing systems, module and their interactions. Okay, and the low level design is detailed design of the individual component and classes. So high level design focus on system structure, module and data flow. Low level design focus on class design, API contracts, database schema, algorithm. So who uses high level design? The architects, managers, product teams. Low level design is mainly used by developers, testers. The output of the high level design is system architecture, component diagram, flow diagram, and the low level design output is class diagram, database schemas, API specification. Tools used for high level design are UML diagram, architectural diagram. Tools used for low level designing are class diagram, sequence diagrams. So if we will discuss about the flexibility of the high level designing, it can be modified based on the requirement, and low level designing it is less flexible once implemented. So now let's discuss about high level design. As from the definition, it is designing the architecture of an application is called high level design. So there are mainly two types of architecture. First is three tier architecture, second is n tier architecture. So what is three tier architecture? In three tier architecture there is one web server, one app server, one database server. So web server is what? It handles all the HTTP protocol request. And what is app server? App server is where the all the developed file are kept. Like for registering, it is register.java. For login.java, like that. What is database server? Database server is a place where all the datas are kept. So if we consider a bank website like www.sbi.com, if we will put this in URL and enter, it will send request to the web server. Web server will handle all the HTTP protocol and the website will be open, SBI homepage, where login details will be there, like username, password required, login, register. If we will click on register, it will send request to web server, and web server will send request to app server. App server will check the registered code and will give the response to the web server, and web server will give response to the web application. And now the sign up page will be open. Here it will ask username, password, confirm password, sign up button, cancel button. If we will click on sign up, the page will again send request to web server. The web server will send request to app server, and app server will send request to database server. This details will be saved in database server. Whatever the user password we have given, it will be saved. Again, if you will click on a login page, the login will send that to web server and then app server. Here the module login.java is created. This will give response and the login page will appear where user ID, password, signing and cancel button is there. If we will enter the details which we have created during sign up, will again send to the web server, then app server, and then it will check on the database server whether the user ID and password is valid or not, and this database server will respond to the app server, and then it will respond to the web server, and then the SBI homepage will be open. So what is three tier architecture? Three tier architecture is a communication between one web server, one app server and one database server, is known as three tier architecture. Now we will discuss entire architecture. What is entire architecture? When there is one web server, multiple app server and multiple database server. This can be up to n number of times. So why we are creating this n number of app server, n number of database server? Let's imagine a SBI login page. User ID is there, password, login, cancel. When imagine 10 lakh members are trying to log in, clicking on the same time to the login button, then 10 lakh request will be sent to the web server. This web server will send 10 lakh request to the app server, which may lead to the crash of the app server. Okay, so to deal with this, we created a load balancer here. This load balancer will divide the request, like will send 2 lakhs request to this app server, 2 lakh request to this app server, and 2 lakh request to this app server. This app server contains all the same codes, Java codes, all same Java codes, like login.java, here also login.java, and this app server will send request to this database server. This database server contains same data in all the database. Same data are here. We send request to this and send request, and this all database server will give response to the app server. This app server will give response to this load balancer, and this load balancer will give request back to the web server, and it will be easy to access the homepage of SBI by 10 lakh users. So what is entire architecture? Entire architecture is the communication between one web server, multiple app server, and multiple database server is known as entire architecture. Okay, now we will discuss what is low level designing, LLD. Okay, if you take an application and then designing this application in detail, like this is application of book myso. Okay, there is a module named book movie ticket. And if we click on book movie ticket, it will send to the first register page in which we will put all the details, and after that login will ask, like the developer will create login.java for this, then homepage.java, the homepage will appear, then movie.java in which the list of movie will come. After that, now showing.java, what it means the movie that are currently going on in theater, in cinema hall, and then select movie.java. In this we are able to select the movie to watch, and then ticket.java, this will show the presently going movie, and then seat.java, this will help to select seats, then payment.java, after selecting seat we'll do the process of payment, and then confirmation.java, which after payment will show the confirmation page. Okay, so the detailed design of this application is known as low level design. Okay, so after completion of design phase, we will go to the coding phase. Once after designing is completed, then we move to the coding stage. So coding is done by developer. Your developer will write the code by looking in the low level design. Developer will see the low level design, like we have discussed in register will be there, login will be there, book movie ticket, seats, payment option, confirmation page. By seeing all this low level design, the developer will start coding for each design. So in software company, software features, that is software feature or module, is divided into three categories. First is critical feature, second is major feature, third is minor feature. So what is critical feature, what is major feature, and what is minor feature? Critical feature are those features which we use daily, which is mostly used by users. Major features are those features which is used once or two times a day, and minor features are those which we rarely use. Okay, we are going to discuss these features with an example. Let's consider a customer company, Google, came with the requirement Gmail. Okay, so for Gmail there are three different features: critical feature, major feature, and minor feature. Critical features are developed by senior developer who is having experience of 8 to 12 years. Major features are developed by junior engineer who are having experience of 2 to 5 years, and the minor features are generally developed by freshers who has experience of 1 to 2 years. Okay, so what are the critical features in Gmail? Like register, many people register a day. Like login page, crores of people login. Compose mail, for sending mail we need to first compose mail. Inbox, people check inbox daily. Sent items, so we use this daily, mostly used features. And what are the major features? Major features are like trash, we sometimes check it, like spam, hard, promotion, social. Okay, and minor features are that are rarely used, like contact us in Gmail, we rarely use it. Like help in Gmail, FAQs, terms and condition, we rarely check it. Okay, so these are the critical feature, major feature, and minor features. Now we are going to the fifth phase, that is testing phase. So testing is done by software tester. So once the coding is completed by developer, they will give this software to the test team to test the software. So why there is need to test the software? If we are going to consider banking software developed by software developer, and without testing he released the software to the bank, and while working in the bank the software stopped working due to defects present, any blocker defect present in it, this can lead to loss for the bank, as the bank is unable to do the work at that time, so business loss will happen. So to deal with this, we need software tester who will check the defect bugs in the software and will contact with the developer to fix it. So how software tester will test the software? By checking the requirement given by customer company, software tester will test the software. For example, if we consider a login page of a customer company, user ID, password is there, login button is there, cancel button is okay. In requirement it is given that user ID should be A to Z only, means only alphabet should be kept in this, and in password only number should be there to 8 digits. So the software tester will test the all possible values, like in user ID he will use A B C D E, then it should work. If he tries to put A B C D E F, it should work. If he tried to put A B C D E F 1 2 3, as in the requirement only alphabet is possible, but test engineer will check all the positive and negative aspects. So if by putting these values in user ID and we click on login button, if it works, then it is against the requirement, that is it is defect. If the software tester will find this defect and will send this to developer to fix it. So what is defect? So what is defect? Defect is when the feature is not working according to the required specification. That is, whatever the requirement is given by the customer company to the software company, on that only the software should work. Okay, if it is not working on the basis of the requirement, then it will be a defect. Okay, generally question is asked that why software developer should be not involved in testing. So the reason is chances are there that developer will utilize all time in developing the software rather than testing the software. The second point is developer will have overconfidence in their coding. They will believe that they can't do any mistakes in that coding. Third point is while testing the software, the developer will be like they will do correction later, which leads to increase in defects. Next point is developer will test the software in positive aspects only. Means whatever requirement is given, only that aspect the software developer will test the software. As we know that software developer spend time in coding, then the software test developer will not have time for testing the software, which may leads to the untimely delivery of the software to the customer. Okay, and as these things will happen, the software quality will not be good, and this can leads to business loss for the customer company, and for the software company it can be the customer loss. So these are the reasons why developer are not given software for testing. After the testing part, sixth phase is installation part, that is deployment part. This is customer company, this is software company. So in software company, requirement collection is completed, feasibility study completed, designing completed, coding completed, testing completed. So once testing is completed and the software quality is found good, then the IT admin from the software company will go to the customer company and set up environment for installing the software. Setting up environment means we are creating that environment in which that software will work. Like first, installation of operating system. Second, installing web server. Third, installing app server. Fourth, installing database server. Okay, now environment is created to install software. Now software will be installed, and the customer company employee will get training from the IT admin to how to use that software, and after that business will start running. Okay, this is the installation part of the SDLC. Now after the sixth phase, there is seventh phase, that is maintenance part. So once after installation is completed, the agreement is signed between software company and customer company. Whatever time is given, like 6 months to 12 months, that software company will provide free maintenance to the customer company. Means during this period, 6 to 12 months, if there is any defect, the software company will solve that issue free of cost. And after the completion of this time period, if there is any defects, the software company will charge money for. So these are the 7 phases of SDLC. Okay, we studied that requirement collection done by business analyst, feasibility study is done by team, which involves project manager, business analyst, tech teams, HR team, finance team. Okay, and software is designed by architects. That software designing contains high level design and low level design. Okay, and development of the software is done by, that is coding is done by software developer, and testing is done by test engineer. Deployment, that is installation, is done by IT admin, and maintenance is done by developer as well as test engineer. Okay, so why SDLC is important? To ensure a systematic and structured approach. Okay, means to follow a structured process, SDLC is important. Reduce development time. If there will not be any structured process, then we will not be able to determine how much time it will require to develop this software, what time developer will require to develop the software. Okay, means there will be missed deadlines of delivering the software. So there are many problems. Helps in risk management and quality insurance. Okay, and provide transparency and better team collaboration. Okay, so there are various types of models used by software company to develop a software. Mostly used are these models: waterfall model, spiral model, V model, prototype model, derived model, hybrid model, and agile model. 90% of companies follows agile model. Okay, so this was the complete breakdown of the SDLC. Understanding this is key for both developer and testers, as it impacts on roles in every phases of the project. If you found this video helpful, like, comment and share it with your tech buddies. And don't forget to subscribe to Software Testing by Manish for more practical and tools on trends. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next videos.
Together we'll master with passion and pride. Software Software testing with Manish, it's time to engage in this EDM rhythm. Let's turn